This message didn't find you by chance. The universe handpicked you to hear this right now. A $58 million overflow is already being released into your life. Every delay, every sleepless night, every when will it happen moment was preparing you for today's breakthrough. Faye, your name is being written on unexpected blessings. If you feel this confirmation in your spirit, comment, "I receive it," and tell me your city so I can speak a prayer over you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and visit my second channel, link in bio, for powerful videos on women empowerment and relationships. There comes a moment when the universe stops whispering and begins to speak so loudly that even your doubts can't ignore it. This is that moment. The message is clear. $58 million is already in motion toward your life. But before it can reach your hands, it must first find resonance in your spirit. Because the truth is, the universe never sends anything to those who are not aligned with its frequency. It sends according to belief, not need according to vibration, not words. When we talk about alignment, we are not talking about forcing something to happen. We are talking about becoming something new. You cannot receive what you have not yet become. If your heart is still carrying the vibration of lack, the frequency of fear, or the echo of, "I don't deserve that much," then even if $58 million passes by your door, it will not stay. Alignment means to tune the deepest parts of your being into the same rhythm that abundance already moves in. Everything in this world vibrates your thoughts, your emotions, your expectations, your memories, your self-image. They are like radio signals, constantly sending out a message that tells the universe what to deliver next. That's why people who constantly think of debt attract more debt, and those who live in gratitude attract more reasons to be grateful. It's not magic, it's resonance. Energy mirrors energy. When you vibrate wealth, you magnetize wealth. To align with $58 million, you must see yourself as the person who already has it. Don't ask, "How will I get it?" Instead, start asking, "Who do I need to become to hold it?" If you don't upgrade your identity, your wealth will always shrink back to the size of your belief. That's why lottery winners often lose their fortune, because the money came, but their mindset stayed poor. The universe is wise. It will not deliver what you cannot sustain. Start every morning with awareness. Before you touch your phone, pause and breathe. Ask yourself, what frequency am I tuned to right now? If your thoughts begin with worry, shift immediately. Speak this aloud. I am open to divine wealth. I am connected to the abundance of the universe. I am worthy of $58 million. Feel the power of those words. Don't just say them, embody them. Because your feelings are the magnetic force that draws reality toward you. Alignment also requires cleansing. You cannot fill a cup that is already overflowing with old energy. You must release. Forgive the past, the times you were broke, the people who cheated you, the opportunities you lost. Each resentment you hold acts like a block in the flow of wealth. When you forgive, you make space. When you let go, you invite more, and now visualize. Close your eyes and imagine a golden light entering your heart. See that light expanding, pulsing. That light is wealth, not just money, but freedom, generosity, security, impact. See it rise above your head and connect to the limitless energy of the universe. Picture a stream of $58 million flowing through that light, passing effortlessly into your life, into your home, into your accounts. As you visualize, whisper, "It is done. It is already mine." This process may sound simple, but it's powerful. Science now proves that thought and emotion influence matter. Your brain emits frequencies measurable by instruments. Your heart's electromagnetic field is thousands of times stronger than your brain's. That means every feeling of abundance literally reshapes your energy field. And the universe responds in kind. You are not begging the universe to give you $58 million. You are commanding reality to mirror your vibration. You must also act in alignment. Begin living as if the blessing has already arrived. Walk with confidence. Make decisions with faith, not fear. Be generous, even when you feel you don't have much. Because generosity is the proof of abundance. The moment you give, you declare, I have enough to share. That declaration shakes the frequency of scarcity out of your life. Protect your vibration. Avoid environments soaked in negativity, arguments, or gossip. Energy is contagious. If you surround yourself with people who constantly complain about money, that vibration becomes your atmosphere. Instead, feed your spirit with affirmations, worship, meditation, and gratitude. Keep your environment clean, beautiful, and peaceful. Remember, abundance thrives where peace dwells. And when doubt tries to return, because it will, remind yourself that faith is not a feeling. It's a choice, faith says. Even when I don't see it, I still know it's coming. You don't have to figure out how the $58 million will arrive. The universe has infinite channels. It can move through opportunities, people, ideas, investments, or even miracles. You can't yet imagine your job is not to chase the money. Your job is to remain aligned, open, and ready to receive. So today, start tuning your spirit to the frequency of wealth. Every time you think, speak, or feel, remember, you are broadcasting your future. If you broadcast lack, you'll live lack. But if you broadcast abundance, if every breath you take says, I am ready for the $58 million flow, then the universe has no choice but to respond, because it always delivers to those who are aligned. If the universe is sending $58 million to your life, you must first clear the energetic space that has been occupied by limitation. Because limitation is not just a thought, it's an energy that clings to your spirit like dust on a mirror, blocking the reflection of your true abundance. You can pray for money, you can affirm success, but if you still carry the vibration of not enough, the flow cannot enter. The universe cannot deposit blessings where the atmosphere is closed. You see, your life is like a divine bank account. The universe is ready to transfer wealth into it. But if your account is filled with overdrafts of fear, insecurity, and disbelief, the system flags it as restricted. Not because you are unworthy, but because your vibration says, I'm not ready. The energy of limitation whispers lies. You'll never be rich. You're too old. It's too late. People like you don't get lucky. These are not truths. They're energetic barriers built over years of conditioning. From childhood, many of us were programmed to survive, not to expand. We were told to work hard, but not to dream big. We were taught to be grateful for little, but never to expect much. These early beliefs become emotional chains, trapping us in cycles of scarcity. Every time you say, I can't afford it, or that's too much for me, you strengthen those chains. But the moment you begin to say, I am open to more, money flows easily to me, I am worthy of massive increase, those chains begin to break. To remove the energy of limitation, you must first identify where it lives. Limitation hides in your self-talk, your daily choices, your relationship with risk, and your reaction to others' success. When you see someone prospering, how do you feel? Do you celebrate them or secretly shrink? That reaction reveals your energetic setting. If someone else's success makes you feel small, it means you are seeing abundance as limited, as if there isn't enough to go around. But abundance is infinite. Someone else's breakthrough is not your threat. It's your confirmation that wealth is active in your environment. Now, here's how to cleanse the limitation energy. Write down every statement you've ever believed about money, even the painful ones. Money is hard to get. Rich people are greedy. I'll never have enough. I don't deserve it. These are the codes running in your subconscious system. Once written, say each one out loud and follow it with this truth. I cancel this belief. I replace it with divine abundance. Feel the shift as you speak. You are reprogramming your spirit. Many people have emotional wounds connected to lack, moments of embarrassment, unpaid bills, debts, or being told they were failures. These memories vibrate as shame and fear. The more you avoid them, the stronger their frequency becomes. Sit with them in quiet reflection. Cry if you must. Then say, I release this memory. It no longer defines me. That release creates spiritual space for new energy to flow. This may sound strange, but some people are subconsciously angry at money. They feel betrayed by it, like it abandoned them when they needed it most. But money is not a villain. It's a mirror. It reflects your relationship with worthiness. So forgive money. Say, money, I forgive you for being absent. When I didn't understand you, I now welcome you back as a friend. You will feel the emotional current change within you. You can't receive $58 million while living in a space that reflects $58. Clean your home. Create beauty. Surround yourself with order and peace. Abundance loves cleanliness, structure, and clarity. Even if you live in a small room, treat it like a palace. Every time you arrange your space, you tell the universe, I am ready for more. Words are vibrations in motion. Every word you speak activates or deactivates the flow of wealth. Say it daily, I live in abundance. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. I am the energy of wealth. Speak it even when you don't feel it, because your words will eventually override your feelings, and your feelings will realign your vibration. The biggest mistake people make is waiting to see before they believe. But faith is sight before sight, detached from timelines, methods, and logic. Don't ask, how will $58 million come? Ask instead, what version of me is ready to hold it? Detachment is not giving up. It's trusting divine timing. When you stop chasing the how, the universe begins moving the when. Start small, but symbolic. Give away a small amount with joy. Invest in something that grows you. Take a risk that feels aligned. These actions create new energetic memories in your system. Proof that abundance is active in your life. The universe responds not to your need, but to your demonstration of readiness. When you remove limitation, you become a magnet. The universe doesn't need to search for you. Your vibration becomes a signal it can't ignore. You stop begging and start attracting. You stop wishing and start aligning. That's when miracles begin to happen. Opportunities appear. Debts dissolve. Ideas multiply. People favor you, and money begins to move in mysterious ways. The $58 million isn't coming from nowhere. It's coming from the divine intelligence that governs all creation. But it can only reach you when your internal space matches the frequency of abundance. So right now, whisper this declaration. I release all limitation. I am ready to receive without resistance. I open my heart, my mind, and my life to the flow of divine wealth. And as you say it, believe it, because the moment your energy changes, your reality begins to obey. The universe moves where it is expected, not where it is merely desired. Desire is a spark, but expectation is the flame that sustains it. You may wish for $58 million, but unless your spirit expects it, the energy of manifestation remains suspended. Expectation is the divine permission slip that tells the universe, deliver it now. Every breakthrough in history began with someone who refused to live in mere hope. They crossed into expectation. Hope looks at the sky and says, maybe. Expectation looks at the same sky and says, it's already on its way. The difference between those two frequencies is the difference between delay and delivery. Expectation is faith in motion. It is not passive, it is magnetic. It draws what belongs to you with divine precision. When you begin to expect $58 million, you are not asking the universe to create it. You are commanding your energy field to align with a timeline where it already exists. The moment you expect, creation begins to rearrange itself. But here's the problem. Most people pray with desire, but live with doubt. They say, I believe, but their language, posture, and emotions all communicate uncertainty. You cannot expect wealth while preparing for disappointment. You cannot affirm abundance in the morning and then worry about bills by evening. Those are two opposite vibrations, and the universe will always follow the stronger one. To activate the law of expectation, you must learn to believe without evidence and walk as if the manifestation is already done. This is not pretending. It's spiritual alignment. Faith is not denial of reality. It is the declaration of a higher one. Wanting says, I wish this could happen. Knowing says, it is happening. You must move from the energy of lack to the energy of certainty. Each time you speak, choose language that affirms ownership. Don't say, I hope the universe blesses me. Say, the universe has already blessed me. The transfer is on its way. Speak as one who has already received. That vibration of knowing changes your posture, your emotions, and your opportunities. Expectation is not just mental, it's emotional. Your body must learn what abundance feels like every day. Close your eyes and imagine receiving that $58 million. Feel your phone vibrate with the bank alert. See the number flash across your account, 58 million point. Feel your heart race, your hands tremble, your breath deepen. Experience the tears of gratitude, the freedom, the relief. Hold that emotion for at least 30 seconds. What you feel repeatedly, you attract physically. The subconscious mind cannot distinguish between a real event and an emotionally vivid one. Expectation is not waiting. It is preparation. When a mother expects a child, she doesn't sit idly hoping. She prepares the room, buys clothes, plans names. She acts as if the baby is already on the way, because it is. That's how you must prepare for your $58 million. Organize your finances. Plan how you will multiply the wealth, list the people, and causes you'll bless. The universe moves faster toward prepared vessels. If you are not ready to handle what you ask for, the flow delays itself in mercy, not punishment. You cannot stay expectant in an atmosphere of unbelief. Some people will mock your declarations, laugh at your affirmations, or call you delusional. Love them. But distance your energy. Expectation requires sacred space. Surround yourself with people, books, and voices that reinforce your vision. Protect your ear gate. Protect your emotional field. The wrong conversation can cancel a whole vibration. Words are spiritual containers. Every time you declare, the universe is sending $58 million to my account today, your vibration strengthens. You may not see instant evidence, but the unseen is moving. Speak it daily aloud with conviction. Speak it while driving, while showering, while working. Speak it until your words no longer sound foreign, but familiar, because that familiarity is the mark of expectation, settling into your spirit. Expectation is not about setting deadlines for the universe. It's about readiness without anxiety. The moment you say, it must happen by Friday, you create pressure that blocks flow. Instead, say, it is happening now in divine timing. I am open and ready to receive whenever it manifests. Then, stay alert. Expectation makes you notice opportunities that others miss. Suddenly, an idea drops into your mind. A connection appears. A conversation opens. That's how the universe delivers subtly, naturally, perfectly. When you're in expectation, the universe begins to send confirmation. Angel numbers, synchronicities, dreams, inner nudges. You'll hear phrases like money, wealth, million, everywhere you go. These are not coincidences. They are divine signals whispering, stay aligned, it's close. The more you acknowledge these signs, the stronger they become. Gratitude before manifestation is the highest form of expectation. It tells the universe, I already have it, and I thank you. Gratitude converts waiting into welcoming. Every time you thank the universe in advance, you open another channel for the blessing to flow faster. So today, lift your voice and declare, I expect $58 million. I am not begging, I am receiving. I don't chase, I attract. I am aligned, ready, and chosen. My wealth is not in the future, it's unfolding now. That is the vibration of expectation, steady, confident, peaceful. You don't have to convince yourself anymore. You simply know. And the moment you know, the universe must obey, because it has no resistance against a spirit that already expects. The universe can send $58 million your way, but it cannot deposit it into inaction. Energy flows through movement. Miracles manifest through motion. You can visualize, affirm, and expect wealth. But if you don't create the channels through which it can reach you, the flow will remain in the unseen. The spiritual world releases, the physical world receives. Between the two is a bridge called inspired action. Many people misunderstand manifestation. They think faith means doing nothing while waiting for everything. But real faith is motion born from conviction. It is walking before the bridge appears, trusting that the ground will rise to meet your steps. The universe will never do what you can do. It only amplifies what you start. When you act in alignment with your belief, you activate divine assistance. Think of a river. It can only move through open channels. If the path is blocked, the water pools, stagnates, and eventually evaporates. That's how energy works. You can pray all you want for $58 million. But if your channel is blocked by fear, procrastination, or laziness, the current can't move. The moment you take inspired action, you open the channel again and flow begins. Forced action comes from panic, pressure, and self-reliance. It says, if I don't do this now, I'll lose everything. It's motivated by fear-inspired action. On the other hand, flows from peace, intuition, and alignment. It often feels effortless. It's when an idea drops into your mind out of nowhere. A sudden urge to call someone, start something, apply somewhere, or create something. It feels light yet powerful. That's the universe speaking through your intuition. To recognize inspired action, pay attention to what feels right and excites your spirit. The moment something gives you peace and passion at the same time, that's your sign. Don't overthink it. Move. The universe loves speed when faith is pure. Inspired ideas are time-sensitive portals. If you delay, the energy cools down. Think of it like catching a wave. Hesitate too long, and it passes you by. When you feel that sudden thought like, I should post this, I should reach out to that person, I should invest in that idea. Don't wait for everything to make sense. The universe hides miracles in mystery. If you only act when you understand, you'll miss most of what's meant for you. Action itself brings clarity. When you are spiritually aligned, work becomes flow. The right ideas seem to meet you halfway. That's why some people can work less and earn more. It's not luck. It's energy. They operate under divine timing, doing the right thing at the right time, in the right vibration. You don't have to chase opportunities. You need to flow with them. The universe doesn't reward overworking. It rewards alignment. When you're aligned, even your small actions carry big impact. The universe delivers abundance through opportunities disguised as invitations. A random meeting, a small project, a casual conversation. These are all doorways to the next level. Many people miss their miracle because it doesn't look like the millions they asked for. They expect $58 million to fall from the sky. But it often begins as an idea, a partnership, a seed. Say yes to the small beginnings. The moment you honor the little, the universe multiplies it. When you take action, coincidences start aligning in ways you couldn't plan. You'll meet the right person at the right moment. You'll stumble upon an opportunity that fits your dream perfectly. These are not random. They are confirmations that the channel is open. Your action sets in motion a chain reaction across the unseen. Each step you take ripples through time and energy, rearranging circumstances to bring the $58 million closer to your reality. Every time an idea enters your mind, treat it as sacred. It's not just a thought. It's a message from the universe saying, here's your next move. Many people pray for money but ignore the very ideas that could create it. The $58 million may not arrive as a check. It might come as a business idea, a creative solution, a new strategy, or an investment opportunity. When you honor your ideas with action, you prove your readiness to handle abundance. You don't need to do everything at once. You just need consistency. Each small act of faith compounds over time. One video posted, one call made, one plan written, one product launched. The universe multiplies consistent energy far more than occasional enthusiasm. Your daily movement builds momentum, and momentum turns invisible potential into visible manifestation. Do what you feel led to do, but don't attach your worth or happiness to outcomes. You're not acting to make it happen. You're acting to stay in flow. The moment you obsess over results, you tighten the channel again. Inspired action is free, fluid, and faithful. You move because you trust. You act because you believe. You release because you know it's already done. So today, ask yourself, what action is my intuition calling me to take? Don't wait until you have all the answers. Move in faith. Take that step, send that message, record that video, write that proposal. Because that step may be the bridge between you and your $58 million. Remember this truth. The universe does not reward wishing. It rewards movement aligned with belief. And when belief moves, blessings rush in to meet it. Manifestation does not respond merely to words. It responds to vibration. You can say, I am rich 1,000 times. But if your inner frequency still hums with fear, lack, or disbelief, the universe reads that signal louder than your affirmation. The truth is, the frequency of expectation is the magnet that draws $58 million into your life. When your emotions and your words align, manifestation becomes inevitable. Think of it this way. Every thought sends out a signal, and every emotion amplifies it. Your belief system acts as the station tuning your life's reality. If you expect little, you receive little. But when you expect abundance, not as a fantasy, but as a certainty, everything begins to rearrange itself in your favor. Expectation is faith in motion. It is the vibration that tells the universe, I am ready for what I have already been promised. Many people unknowingly cancel their blessings by living in emotional contradiction. They declare prosperity in the morning, but dwell on fear and doubt by afternoon. The vibration of lack is a silent thief that delays divine release. Expectation, however, is different from mere hope. Hope says, maybe one day. Expectation says, it's already done. When your expectation aligns with gratitude, you no longer chase wealth. Wealth starts chasing you. There's a story of a man who once prayed for financial breakthrough, but kept saying, I hope I get lucky someday. His prayers were words, but his emotions were rooted in disbelief. Nothing changed until one day he began to visualize the life he wanted. He imagined the feeling of seeing his account balance increase, the sound of confirmation messages, the freedom of paying every debt. Within weeks, his mindset transformed. His confidence grew. And unexpectedly, an old investment matured far beyond what he imagined. His frequency shifted first, and reality followed. Emotion is the bridge between the spiritual and physical world. When you feel what you speak, you activate divine power. Gratitude, joy, and faith carry the highest vibrations, and when you embody them, you create a magnetic field around your life. This is not luck. It's divine law in motion. That's why when you smile even before the miracle, when you thank the universe even before the deposit, you're signaling readiness. The universe doesn't respond to desperation, it responds to assurance. Science even confirms this principle. Studies on quantum energy show that emotions emit measurable frequencies. Gratitude and love operate at the highest levels, while fear and worry operate at the lowest. When you stay in fear, your energy field contracts, blocking opportunities. But when you stay in expectation, your field expands, drawing divine connections, ideas, and miracles. This is why millionaires often speak about feeling rich long before they had money, because they understood that emotion precedes manifestation. If you want $58 million to locate you, stop worrying about when and start focusing on how it feels to already have it. Feel the excitement of your breakthrough. Imagine opening your banking app and seeing the number, experience the joy of giving, the peace of financial freedom, the relief of answered prayers. When you feel it, you attract it. Expectation also transforms how you act. When you truly expect something, your behavior aligns with it. You start walking differently, speaking differently, even dressing differently. Your confidence grows because deep down, you know what's coming. That confidence creates divine momentum, the kind that makes people notice you, opportunities find you, and resources multiply around you. So today, let your frequency match your declaration. Don't just speak prosperity, feel prosperity. Don't just visualize $58 million, expect it. Let your heart vibrate with the sound of abundance. Wake up each morning and say, something good is already on its way to me. Then walk through your day as if it's already done. Expectation is not arrogance, it's agreement. It's your spirit saying yes to what the universe has already assigned to your destiny. Stay in that frequency long enough, and the physical world will have no choice but to obey, because what you consistently expect with belief, gratitude, and emotion must eventually manifest in your reality. One of the most misunderstood principles of manifestation is timing. People often ask, if the universe has already released my $58 million, why don't I see it yet? The answer is not denial. It's preparation. Divine timing is never delay. It's synchronization. The universe is not withholding your blessing. It's aligning every element of your destiny so that when the money comes, you can handle it with wisdom, purpose, and stability. Imagine a farmer who plants a seed today and expects fruit tomorrow. No matter how much he prays or stares at the soil, the process won't speed up unnaturally. The seed is not inactive. It's developing roots. It's working beneath the surface, growing strong enough to sustain what's coming above the ground. That's what divine timing looks like in your financial journey. When you've asked, believed, and aligned your vibration, your seed is already planted. But now, the universe works in secret, aligning opportunities, preparing people, positioning you for stewardship. If the $58 million landed in your bank today, but your mindset was still rooted in fear or lack, the same blessing could become a burden. That's why sometimes what feels like delay is actually divine protection. The universe will never release abundance into immaturity. It will wait until you've developed the capacity to multiply what you receive instead of losing it. You are not just waiting for wealth. Wealth is waiting for you to grow into the person who can carry it. Think about Joseph in the Bible, a man who dreamed of greatness but spent years in slavery and prison before reaching the palace. It wasn't punishment. It was preparation. Every season trained him for the day his vision became reality. Likewise, your financial breakthrough has a journey. Every struggle, delay, or disappointment has been teaching you how to manage increase. The waiting season is not empty, it's full of purpose. Divine timing also requires trust. Trust that even when you can't trace the process, the universe is still moving in your favor. Trust that the right connections are being prepared, that the right doors are being built, and that your name is being mentioned in rooms you haven't even entered yet. The moment you begin to doubt divine timing, you shift into resistance. But when you remain patient in faith, you stay aligned with flow. A true millionaire mindset understands timing. Many who received sudden wealth without preparation lost it within years, not because they lacked money, but because they lacked spiritual structure. The universe gives by principle, not by pressure. You can't rush what's being custom made for your destiny. Every blessing must meet you at your highest frequency, the level where you can nurture it, use it wisely, and multiply it for good. So, while you wait, prepare. Build a character that matches your blessing. Study financial wisdom. Strengthen your emotional discipline. Learn to give even in small measures. These are not small acts. They are signals to the universe that you're ready for the next level. When you manage a little well, you qualify for much more. There's a powerful truth here. Divine timing and readiness are intertwined. Readiness is not about having everything figured out. It's about being willing to handle what's coming with gratitude and purpose. The universe's delay is never denial. It's design. The same force that orchestrates the rise of the sun and the rhythm of the seasons knows exactly when to release your abundance. Picture it like this. Your $58 million is already written into your timeline. The energy has been dispatched. The channels are being formed. The divine banker is not late. He's ensuring your deposit lands at the perfect hour, when your hands are steady, your heart is pure, and your faith is unwavering. When that timing arrives, everything accelerates. Opportunities appear suddenly, connections multiply, and what once seemed impossible unfolds effortlessly. But it only happens when your inner world and outer readiness align with divine timing. So, if you feel delayed, don't lose hope. You're in training. You're being shaped into someone who can hold wealth without losing peace. Keep your vibration high, your heart thankful, and your faith steady. Because the moment your preparation meets divine timing, the universe will release your abundance in full measure. And when it comes, it won't trickle. It will overflow. Gratitude is not just a polite response to blessing. It is the spiritual magnet that multiplies everything you receive. When you live in gratitude, you open the floodgates of divine flow. It is one of the highest frequencies in the universe, and it turns what you have into more than enough. Gratitude doesn't wait for $58 million to appear in your account. It celebrates as though it's already done. That vibration alone accelerates manifestation because it communicates trust, readiness, and recognition of abundance already in motion. When you are grateful, you're saying to the universe, I see the evidence of your work in my life. Even if it's small, even if it's just a shift in your energy, or a random check in the mail, or an unexpected opportunity, gratitude multiplies it. The universe responds to appreciation by giving you more to appreciate. On the other hand, complaining signals lack. It tells creation that you are not yet ready to hold more. That's why gratitude isn't a ritual. It's a wealth mindset. There's a story of a woman who had been visualizing her financial breakthrough for months. She journaled affirmations, repeated declarations, and prayed daily, but nothing seemed to move. One night, she shifted her focus from asking to thanking. She began to write down everything she already had: food, shelter, health, opportunities, even the lessons learned through pain. Her energy changed instantly. Within a few weeks, a company she'd applied to months earlier reached out with a contract worth more than she had ever imagined. What changed her gratitude, unlocked her flow? Gratitude is the language of abundance. It's the mindset of people who understand that every breath, every sunrise, every idea is wealth in motion. When you say thank you before you see the miracle, you prove that your faith is mature. It's easy to be thankful after the blessing, but powerful faith thanks before the evidence arrives. That's how you attract the $58 million reality, by vibrating gratitude in advance. Every morning, make gratitude your first transaction. Before you check your phone or look at your balance, say, "Thank you, universe, for the abundance flowing to me right now." Visualize your accounts full. See your business prospering. Feel joy as though it's already happening. This mental state sends a clear signal. I trust the process. When the universe hears that, it speeds up delivery because there's no resistance in your spirit. Gratitude also keeps your heart humble when the manifestation arrives. Many receive wealth but lose peace because pride replaces appreciation. The higher you rise, the deeper your gratitude must grow. Gratitude keeps you grounded. It reminds you that abundance is not random. It's relational. You are part of an intelligent design that rewards faith, trust, and thankfulness. In every great financial testimony, there's always a moment of gratitude, a turning point where the individual began to thank instead of complain. Gratitude transforms waiting into worship. It changes, "I'm still broke," into, "I'm becoming rich." It changes, "I can't see it yet," into, "It's already on its way." This shift in attitude is the doorway to overflow. Science even supports this truth. Neuroscientists have discovered that gratitude rewires your brain to notice positivity, creating new neural pathways of optimism and confidence. Those mental patterns lead to better decisions, higher motivation, and more success, all of which make manifestation faster and stronger. Gratitude, then, is not only spiritual, it's neurological wealth training. You cannot hold bitterness and blessing in the same hand. One has to go. When you release frustration and embrace gratitude, you cleanse your energy field, you become a clearer channel for prosperity to flow through. That's why gratitude is the secret key behind every manifestation practice, every success story, every sudden miracle. Right now, whisper this affirmation: I am thankful for the $58 million already aligned for me. I am thankful for divine timing, open doors, and endless abundance. Feel that energy as truth. You are not thanking out of desperation. You are thanking out of recognition that what's yours is already on its way. When gratitude becomes your default setting, miracles stop being rare. They become routine. You start noticing divine patterns, unexpected deposits, and opportunities that seem to appear out of nowhere. But they're not nowhere. They're answers to your frequency of thanksgiving. So today, choose to live in gratitude. Thank the universe for every small win, every lesson, every moment of progress. Celebrate before the victory, smile before the transfer, rejoice before the proof. Because the more thankful you are, the faster the flow becomes. Gratitude doesn't just attract wealth, it multiplies it.